Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Fantasy Premier League content for the 2022-23 season. My name is Dan, and it's been a minute, hasn't it? It's been a little while since I uploaded a video on this channel. There's just not very much to talk about, and I don't want to fill up this channel with filler content that you guys are not really interested in, to be honest. But yeah, we are going to talk about a question that is being asked pretty much constantly at the moment in my comment section on Twitter, on Instagram. People are asking, when is FPL going to start? And there is no simple answer, so I'm going to do my best to give you an answer in this video. Please do leave a like if you enjoy this. Please do subscribe if you haven't done already. But basically, guys, there is no one answer. But I'm going to give you my best prediction and the best answer I possibly can based on what I know. Okay, so what do we know so far for certain? Well, FPL will be launching at some point during July. They've already said that themselves. We know this is a fact. At some point between the 1st and I don't know how many days there are in July, either 30 or 31. That's usually the case, unless it's February. But what we know is that between those dates, that's when FPL is going to launch for the new season. So that is a fact. July at some point. It's a case of pinpointing when in July. Now, the other thing we know for pretty certain is that happened every single year for years and years and years and years and years is that just before the launch of the game, for at least 2 days before the game launches, what FPL will do on their social media platforms, particularly on Twitter, that's where I like to look at things, particularly on Twitter, we're going to see them tweet out player prices. So they're going to reveal prices of FPL players for the at least 2 days before the game launches. In the years gone by, they've done it for like a week in the past of just releasing little drops of information about what kind of prices each player is going to be, and that builds up to a launch at a certain day of the week. So if you're seeing player prices on Twitter, on Instagram, on whatever, that means FPL is about to drop within the next couple of days. So that is another big clue. So let's look at the previous seasons to see when it dropped in the previous seasons, and it doesn't make for amazing reading because what we're hearing now is that it's going to be released in July. It kind of goes against the trend. So let's look through these dates, guys. In the 21-22 season, they dropped the game on Wednesday, the 23rd of June. That was 51 days before Game Week 1 kicked off. The season before that, 2021, Saturday, the 15th of August. Before that, Thursday, the 27th of June. Before that, 5th of July. Before that, 12th of July. Before that, 19th of July. And you can see, as we go back the seasons, with the exception of the 2020-21 season, which was the season that had to kick off a lot later because of the COVID and the Project Restart games of the season prior to that. That's the kind of the exception here. But before that, every single season, the days between the launch and Game Week 1 was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The game was being released technically earlier and earlier and earlier. And what we know is the Premier League, because of the World Cup, is actually kicking off 1 week earlier than usual, which should suggest that we get the FPL game in late June, possibly even mid-June. Now we're past that and we know we're getting it in July. So there has been a significant delay, but you can see from these kind of trends that we should be expecting to see the game drop. I mean, at least, you know, I don't know, 28 days before Game Week 1. And 28 days here would be Friday the 8th of July. So, yeah, I guess at the absolute latest, 8th of July, technically, maybe. I don't know. That's just thinking logically here. But come on, let's talk about the reasons. What is happening? What is different this year? Why are they not giving us loads of time to pick our team this year? Something must have changed, right? Because this is completely buckling the trend. Well, it seems like FPL actually have very good reason to be delaying the game because they are making at least some changes to the game. Now, the confirmed or, you know, really likely reasons are pretty boring, to be honest, and that's because they want to make security updates to the game. Obviously last year we saw a lot of people getting their teams hacked, which is just terrible. It shouldn't be happening, and FPL should be up to date with all of the other games and stuff like that and get two-factor authentication. So that is something that we believe that FPL is going to be implementing, and that's what's taking so long. They're improving the security. They're implementing two-factor authentication on your FPL accounts to keep your account safe from those hackers. So that's pretty good, right? That's okay. That's an okay reason, but it's not very exciting. Maybe people think, you know, surely that's not going to take that long. It can take a long time to do these kind of security updates to websites and games, so do bear with them. But there is suggestion that maybe we are getting a little bit more than that in terms of updates, which might excite you a little bit more. So here are some possible other rumoured changes that could be coming to FPL. I'm not saying they're going to happen. These are just rumours. Maybe we get some of them, maybe we get all of them, maybe we get none of them. But achievements. So, you know, like achievement badges you get on like Xbox or PlayStation or whatever game you're playing. Often achievement badges are a big part of games. I think that is a good idea that could possibly be coming to FPL. It will kind of add to the social aspect, kind of turn it into a social media in a way where you have your profile, where you have your achievements, you know, how many top 10k finishes you have, how many top 100k finishes you have you ever scored over 100 points in a game week, and potentially you collect achievement badges based on these different kind of achievements, which could actually be really fun. I do like that idea. There's possible changes to positions, so changing the criteria to player positions. Is Salah a striker or a forward, should I say? Should we redo the position completely? You know, should a winger be separate to a midfielder? Things like that. Maybe that's going to be something that's changed. Maybe they're going to change the price criteria. So, for example, we've always seen defenders as really cheap players, but then a player like Trent Alexander-Arnold comes on and scores a ridiculous amount of points every single season. Maybe Trent should be priced really highly. Maybe they need to restructure the pricing system of FPL and turn Trent into like a 10 million player or something like that. But that's going to need structural changes elsewhere in terms of prices. Could there be some changes to some chips? Maybe we'll get a new chip introduced this season. If one chip was to be sacrificed, it's likely to probably be the triple captain chip, I guess. Could the scoring system be changed a little bit? Could we get points for interceptions, for example, to make those defensive midfielders like Kante, for example, a little bit more viable as FPL options? And could we get a change to the point scoring system, as in the goal scoring? This is another one that has been kind of thrown about as a potential suggestion. If you score a goal as a player, maybe you should get the same points whether you're a forward, a midfielder or a defender. Everyone scores the exact same amount of points no matter what your positions are. Now these are potential changes that could come into the scoring, or maybe there's some complete overhaul that we don't see coming. The game is a completely brand new game for next season that we don't even recognise anymore. It all could happen, and these are kind of the reasons why they are delaying the game, because they're, to a certain degree, even if it's just the security updates, there is going to be changes to FPL, and changes take time. They do delay things. They mean it so they can't release the game 2 months early anymore. There has to be a little bit delay here. But guys, I promised you guys I was going to try and narrow it down and predict when the game is going to be launched. That's exactly what we're going to do now. So I would say the absolute minimum they need is 2 weeks before game week 1. I think that's the absolute minimum. If they launch with just a week before game week 1, that's not going to give people enough time to pick their teams and, you know, get engaged with the game. It's not going to happen. I would say arguably they actually need 3 weeks to generate a decent player base playing the game ready for game week 1. So let's go for 3 weeks. So it has to be at least before 3 weeks. I also think it's less likely to happen on a Friday or a weekend. If things go wrong and it's on a Friday or a weekend, that's not going to be great if you're looking for staff at your company to fix the situation. No one likes to work on a weekend, so unlikely that we get a launch on a weekend. So Friday the 1st of July, even though that technically is in July, I think that is a write-off, which takes us all the way to the 4th of July as the earliest date, which is, you know, you guys probably did not want to hear that, but I think that's probably how it's going to go. I think it's going to happen on a weekday, sometime between Monday the 4th of July and Friday the 15th of July. That gives them at least 3 weeks of, I guess, pre-season in a way. The most common launch days over the past several years have been Wednesdays and Thursdays. I don't know if you want to read into that too much, but Wednesdays and Thursdays are very popular. I don't know why that is. I wonder if there are certain strategic reasons, you know, for getting people hyped, that they want it to be on, you know, not quite at the beginning of the week. They want it close enough to the weekend so people will chat about FPL at the weekend, but also on a work day, give people a couple of days at work to discuss FPL in the offices and at schools and stuff like that. Maybe there's a strategic element to why they prefer Wednesdays and Thursdays, but it helps us narrow it down a little bit. So that gives us Wednesday the 6th, Thursday the 7th, Wednesday the 13th, and Thursday the 14th as the 4 most likely launch dates for FPL. Like, guys, let me just remind you, this is guesswork. This is me trying to narrow things down as much as I can and try and give you the best estimation I can possibly give you. If you have to pin me down to one date, I'll probably be between Wednesday the 6th and Thursday the 7th. But if the changes that they're making are going to take longer than that, then it's going to have to go into the next week and go into the Wednesday or Thursday of the week after. So But I don't know, if I had to guess right now, I'm going to go for Thursday the 7th of July. Let's see if I'm right. I don't think it's, I don't think my chances are super high of being right. I would say it's maybe, I don't know, I've got like a 10-15% chance of being right with that one, maybe 20%, I don't know. But yeah, I would speculate that on Monday the 4th, they'll start teasing us with some prices, potentially. Start giving us price reveals on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, they will drop the game at some point during the day, which would just be absolutely mad. We're all going to log on. I'll probably stream it. I'll probably make 100 videos in the first 24 hours as well. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun. But there we go, guys. That's pretty much when I think the game is going to launch. I think it's going to be sometime in that region in July, most likely Wednesday the 6th, Thursday the 7th. But it's just predictions, guys. Remember, this is just predictions. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If this has helped at all, ease your mind or just give you a rough idea of what's going to happen, then please do leave a like. Please do subscribe as well. I'm sorry I can't give you an exact answer. We never get an exact answer. FPL do not give any information away whatsoever to do with their launch date. It is super, super secret. So nobody knows. Outside of a few key decision makers at the Premier League headquarters, nobody knows. So it is a guessing game, but that doesn't mean we can't have a very good guess here. So hopefully we've done a little bit of that there, and that basically means we're going to get the game within the next couple of weeks, which is good. A couple of weeks, I think we can handle that. But until then, guys, I should let you know that I have started a second YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys have seen this already or not, but yeah, I've got a second YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description, where I'm uploading other stuff, stuff to do with football transfers. I've got a video showing off my football shirt collection in there, but it's mostly going to be football transfer related stuff, just because I just wanted to make some content, and there's not really too much to talk about in terms of FPL. So on that second channel from here on, I'm going to be putting videos on there that don't quite fit onto the FPL Mate channel. So it's going to be things like transfers, it's going to be things about team tactics and things like that, and different stuff to do with football, primarily stuff to do with Premier League teams. And yeah, I hope you guys are going to like that. So don't forget to go check that out if you are interested in that at all. You just need content to fill the void. I know I need to make content to fill the void. Maybe you're interested in that. But there we go, guys. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again relatively soon on this channel, but I really don't know at this point. I don't want to put content out just for the sake of it. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later, mates. Bye-bye.